it's Charlotte Piper, and I'm coming to you again from my beautiful home here in Colorado. I'm hoping that by the time I talk to you again next week, the weather will not be quite as insanely hot as it is, and I can maybe show you some of the beauty that is my home other than this white wall behind me. But at any rate, I want to thank you for being here today, and I want to introduce the topic of discussion for the day. And today's topic of discussion is self-reliance. This is actually something that one of my mentors, who is a multi-million-dollar earner inside the internet marketing world, spoke on when I saw him here in Denver in July, and it really stuck with me, and it actually really lit a fire under my rear end as far as figuring out how to become more self-reliant. And so I'm going to share what I've learned with you. Basically what my mentor said, his exact words were, dig your own well. Stop waiting on somebody else to create prosperity in your life. Sorry, it's my phone. Stop waiting for somebody else to create prosperity in your life. Stop waiting for others to do what you think they should be doing. Because the only person that has any control over anything that happens in your life is you. And while for some this can be a really intimidating idea, it's also a very empowering one. When you figure out that you are a very, very powerful person, and you have the ability to create whatever you want in your life, which is something that I talked about a few videos ago, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail into it here. But the point is that self-reliance is imperative if you desire to be successful, period. That's it. There's not any way around it. There's not any way to, there's not any way around it. Now, there's ways to be temporarily successful by being dependent on others, but if you're wanting to sustain a degree of successfulness, I don't know what that means for you. I know what it means for me. But if you are attaining to be successful in your life for a long time, then you're going to need to learn how to be self-reliant. Because here's the thing. There's going to be times in your life that you are going to fail, or as I prefer to frame it, there's going to be times in your life that you're going to be provided with learning experiences that may possibly be painful. And you have the choice. You have a couple of choices. You can either retreat from that, let it defeat you, or you can learn what that specific situation was meant to teach you, was sent to your life to teach you, and move on and become even more successful than you are now. Now, this is not a new concept. I'm not reinventing the wheel. Several very, 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 very successful people have this ability. Well, everybody has this ability, but the very successful people, the Donald Trumps of the world, the Robert Kiyosakis of the world, the Wayne Dyers of the world, the Tony Robbins of the world, all have the same core, fundamental truth, and that is they're well grounded in self-reliance. They've learned how to dig their own well so that when there's been times that some of these individuals have been temporarily defeated, or what other people would consider defeat, and they've been able to rise up from it again and create abundance over and over again, no matter what has happened to them. And it all boils down to understanding the principle of self-reliance. I expand more about this on a particular blog post in which I actually discuss the particular lecture that my mentor gave when he was here in Denver. So I'm going to actually take this opportunity to invite you to read that post to kind of expand on this concept a little bit. And I've of course posted that information in the information section below the video so that you can go and check that post out. Now, take it from a person who knows that self-reliance is the ultimate. It's of ultimate importance. I lived a life for a very long time where I played the victim and where everything that happened to me was somebody else's fault, and I ended up what I manifested from that essentially was a life that reflected that mentality. And I made a choice to switch. I made a choice to understand my power, and I made a choice to change. And I made a choice to become self-reliant. And now I've been able to create a very, very magical life, which I go into more. I go into more on my blog, of course, which of course you can find information about that in the information section below this video. So, in closing, what I want to suggest to you is that maybe it's time to cultivate a sense of self-reliance. And if you want to find out how to do that, then join me on my blog. I want to thank you for taking the time. I want to thank you for taking the time today to watch this video and for visiting my blog. You can also sign up for email updates, contact me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. I always love to interact with the people that are watching my videos and reading my blogs and things like that. So thank you for your time today, and go out and dig your own well.